Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous Virtual Stadium Tours guide and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is! And so today we are taking a look around Madison Square Garden. That's right, this is the big one. It's the home arena of the New York Rangers of the NHL, that's the National Hockey League, that's the ice hockey side, and the New York Knicks of the NBA, that's the National Basketball Association, of course the basketball side. This is also known as the home of the WWE, and that is mainly because the WWF, owned by Vince McMahon Sr., that's the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, was centered in Madison Square Garden, where Vince Sr.'s territory actually kind of revolved around, was Madison Square Garden. And it has developed and moved on since then to become the home of WWE as it's known today. Anyway, as always, the first fact I have for you about this stadium is its overall capacity. And this being Madison Square Garden, it's open to many different events. For instance, when basketball rocks up and takes place in this arena, the overall capacity is up to about 19,800. Whereas when ice hockey rocks up and decides to pitch its tent, the overall capacity drops down to around 18,000. Now, this being the home of WWE, it actually has a specific overall capacity for professional wrestling, and that is around 18,500. Whereas when boxing turns up, the overall capacity raises up to around 20,700. And finally, when music concerts are done in this arena, the overall capacity stands at around 20,000. So that's a lot of different things that take place in this stadium, this arena, but that's what you expect from the Garden. And that is one of the nicknames for it. It is known as the Garden, simply, but its full name is, of course, Madison Square Garden. Now, MSG, which is another one of its nicknames, is the oldest sporting arena in the New York metropolitan area, and as part of that, redeveloping it has become quite a big deal, and that does actually mean it has become one of the most expensive stadium venues ever built, valued at around $1.1 billion to build this current Garden. I say this current Garden because there have actually been two previous Madison Square Garden venues before this one. The first of which was opened in 1879 and was open until 1890, at which point it was closed down and a second one was open from 1890 to 1925. But, however, in 1968, the second Garden was demolished and replaced with what we currently see today, the current Garden. And that was in February 1968. And the current Garden has stood ever since then. But it's not been unchanged. There's been a couple of renovations. The first one took place in 2011 to 2013. And this renovation, at a cost of around $1 billion, was absolutely huge, in fact, and it focused on including a larger entrance, interactive kiosks, far more retail capabilities, climate-controlled space, broadcast studio, larger concierge, brand new lighting, brand new LED video systems with HD television, brand new sets of seating, two new pedestrian walkways suspended from the ceiling to allow fans to walk along it and look directly down into the games that were being played below, improved dressing rooms, locker rooms, green rooms, an upgraded roof, production offices. So that's a hell of a lot of stuff to be called a renovation, but that was the first renovation, and you can see when going down the list of all the things that they changed or updated or just put in that were brand new, you can see why it costs so much money to do that, over £1 billion, not pounds, US dollars. And since then they've done little bits sort of year on year just to keep the stadium looking fresh and as new as possible. Anyway, let's now move on to some of the big sporting events outside of the hockey and the basketball that have taken place in this arena. The first of which being Disney on Ice. The site kind of show has taken place at this arena on more than one occasion. So that's quite cool. Anyway, like many of the arenas like this around the world, and as I have already stated, the Madison Square Garden also holds huge, massive musical concert events, the likes of which John Lennon, Elton John, Elvis Presley, Led Zeppelin, they've all had huge concerts at MSG. Going down the list now, I can see Madonna, U2, have also had music concert events in this arena. Anyway, moving on now, let's talk about some of the big hockey and basketball events that have taken place in this arena outside of the Rangers and the Knicks games that take place here, obviously. So in 1973 and 1994, the NHL All-Star Games happened in this arena. Those were played alongside in 1972 and 1994 with the Stanley Cup Finals, which took place in Madison Square Garden. If you then put that alongside the NBA All-Star Games, which took place in 1998 and 2015 in the arena, it has got a lot of achievements under its belt. And that's not even including the likes of the first ever WrestleMania, which took place, the first ever SummerSlam. Those both of the WWE both took place in Madison Square Garden, as I've already stated, known as the home of wrestling because of the lineage and the history behind all of that. Anyway, that's all I've got time for. Thank you very much for watching. I know it's been a fact-heavy filled episode, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching this Virtual Stadium Tours video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see every new video this channel uploads as soon as it uploads them to the interwebs, why don't you press the subscribe button down below this video right now. Goodbye.